What's up, everybody? This is Leo from Daddy's Game Time, welcoming you all to Daddy's Game Time live from California, here on the Central Coast, with Rick and Francisco. What's going on, everybody?
Nothing much.
What's up, guys? What you doing?
What's up? Nothing much. Just here chilling with you, or next to you, rather.
All right, that's cool. That's cool, man. So, what's going on this week, man? What's new?
Switch.
The Switch is new. That's right.
That wasn't a key to. That wasn't like a cue to switch.
Switch!
We were talking about the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's going on in the world of news?
Hi, Amanda.
In the world of Switch.
Hello. Yeah, man. So in the world of Switch, man, we're getting right to it today.
We're getting right to it.
You don't want to like slow it down a bit.
No,
Okay,
we're gonna get right to the nitty gritty.
Look, guys, there's been a lot of news about the Switch, and some of those news aren't that great. So we need to get down to business and talk about those news. So if you haven't gotten yourself a Switch, you should think about it twice before trying to get yourself one.
We'll call it the good, the bad, and the Switch.
I got 99 problems, but a Switch ain't one. Actually, a Switch is one.
It's like
so
it's more than one problem.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It's apparently a handful of problems, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, well, as many of the people saw at home, the people, especially people following us, I did a small vlog this past week of actually going out of town and picking up my Switch. And
did you unbox it?
I sort of kind of did, but then I was like, no, there's nothing to it. I changed my mind.
Check.
I changed my mind. I went ahead and bought it, and I wasn't too wild about it, I guess you could say. It's just I sort of changed my mind, like as I was unboxing it. So I got as far as actually opening the box, but not to actually take the things out and actually
enjoy
turn it on and
put
did
it on the
no,
TV,
it just kind of like
dock it.
Did that little music from Link come on when you were opening the box? And then you turn around.
It was more like oh no.
Sab Jose Orejel, all the way from Catalina Island. What the heck are you doing over
Jose
there?
Orejel.
What's going on in Catalina Island?
Catalina, that's where they send all those people, don't they?
The ones that don't behave.
Where they send all those people. I think he sent himself.
What's up, Pep? That's Pepito. He's Pepito. He's not Jose. He's Pepito.
We'll give him Jose.
He will always be
give him
Pepito.
Jose.
We'll give him Jose.
Public. It's public. It's public. We're on the internet.
Okay.
In front of millions and billions of people.
Right.
So it's Pepito.
All right,
not Jose for him. Pepito. You will always
What's
be
up, Pep?
Pepito.
What's up, Pep?
Sorry, man. Not really sorry. But anyway, yeah, man, I picked it up and I was pretty hyped going to go get it. And then once I actually had it, it really started going through my mind to say, okay, what am I going to play on this?
Zelda, dude.
I like how when you were vlogging, when you were showing the box in your hand, you get in your car and you're just like, that.
Yeah.
You just chuck it on the seat.
Yeah, man. It's like,
that was pretty fun. I don't know, dude. From the get-go, like I've always said, Nintendo is an awesome company. I got nothing against it, but the Switch just never intrigued me.
I mean, I think they rushed it.
Maybe.
I want to say that they rushed the actual production, the actual delivery, and the release of the Switch because it seems like it's incomplete in many, many ways. And then we've been hearing a lot of complaints about anything from dead pixels to the dock scratching the actual screen. What was the other complaints that you heard?
So the Joy-Con controllers have been not syncing or desyncing, I guess. But I think there was a patch release to address that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that was one issue. The Breath of the Wild game, or in general, I think some of the games haven't been functioning properly, but I think Breath of the Wild has been the one that's more specifically.
What's going on with that?
There's been people that showing like they have the control. I mean the game in the Switch, and when they're trying to load, nothing happens. Like they click on the button and it'll say, "Please enter cartridge" or something like that.
It's in there, man.
So they take it out, and I think one of the guys that I was watching some videos, one of the guys goes, "Look," he takes it out and he pops in 1-2 switch, and right away, boom, it starts playing. So it was just that particular. And I think he said something like, "I returned it like 2 times,
and it keeps happening."
And it keeps happening.
God.
So
yeah,
it might just exactly be a series, like a batch. But yeah, I'm on along the lines of what you're saying, that they just kind of rushed it, trying to get it out there to satisfy the people that were waiting for this console and specifically for the game. But all these issues that just arose, that's like,
Well,
you don't hear that from Nintendo, really, do you? I mean,
yeah, Nintendo used to be one of the best companies about quality control. I mean, everything had their little seal of approval.
This is ruining that reputation.
Yes,
for sure.
it is. Yes, it is, exactly, because one of the things that really got to me was the fact that supposedly there's dead pixels on the LCD screen, right? And the response on their website about those issues is that it's not a problem.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying. That 1, 2, 3, even 4 or 5 pixels that died on the screen, it's not a problem
on their official website, right? This is directly from Nintendo.
Boo.
Yes.
So
I don't know.
Quick. Sorry, interrupting you a little bit. Amanda's saying how we've been good lately. We've been very good.
Yes, we have, actually.
For the rest of you watching us at home, Amanda, we met her at one of the anime conventions here in California at Fanime this past year.
Yes, we
did.
And
she's one of the many people that like went up to us and said hello.
Yes,
she knew who we were from Daddy's Game Time, and we're looking forward to go again this year. So
yes,
keep an eye
right
out
around the corner. Actually, what, a month?
Hey,
2 months
Memorial,
away? 2 months
Memorial weekend.
It's a couple months away, so actually less.
Let's hope they want us back.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I hope they want us back.
Anime.
Yeah. So, but yeah, back to the topic.
Back to Nintendo. Back to Switch.
Yeah, man.
Let's switch it back.
I already had a list of things
there it is,
that I already had a list of things that I wrote down, and I said to myself, I am not gonna buy a Nintendo Switch until they address at least half of these issues that the console has.
I think you're the only person that does like a pro and cons of whether I should like a list. I've never heard anybody say that.
No, man, it's because...
Can I afford it or not? Yeah, I'm getting it.
I was borderline on keeping the Switch, but then I thought to myself, this is a problem. This is a problem. And it's not like minor things. This is like major things for me, personally. And I think they're going to be major things for a lot of other people as well. And I do know that Nintendo always releases like remixed versions of their console. We have the 3DS, 3DS XL. We have the new 3DS. We have the Game Boy, then followed by the Game Boy Color. So we know something else is in the works already as far as
I will say that
the
maybe
Switch
bundles.
goes.
Maybe bundles, Leo, because this is supposed to be their console. And we never see different versions of consoles.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, we always see different versions of consoles.
Super Nintendo
with
DS?
the Nintendo. They came up with that mini Nintendo. They had the Super Nintendo.
But
then they had the
that's
the
like
revision.
Down the line.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Like
they do that.
down
They
the
do
line.
that with their consoles, and they also do that with their
those are the scratches.
they also do that with their portable devices. And let's be honest, they're marketing this as a console, but it's really just a portable device, and it is very buggy. It has a lot of problems. It's cheaply made. And do you want to just go through? I mean, I have a list of things that I thought were wrong with it.
Do your list.
But right now we're looking on screen of things that really are actually defective.
Check it out. Just a second. Lucia Acosta is asking us what's up with the Switch. Leo here is about to tell us what's up with the Switch.
Okay, so
good and bad.
Okay,
here you go.
All right. Let me rewind the video just a little bit.
It's going. It's going.
It's a long video. Okay. I'll just leave it on. But yeah, this Switch, it's contrary to Nintendo's previous consoles, it's been kind of cheap. Kind of on a cheapy side. The plastic for the docking station that it comes with, it's very cheap. I saw a dismantling of it. The guy carefully dismantled it, and he showed us how bendy the plastic is on it, how cheaply the little circuit board inside of it, how cheaply it's made, or how cheap it seems, and it seems like like with any little movement he does on it, it looks like it's gonna break it or fall apart, because it doesn't even look like it's well put together in there. A lot of these consoles have had a lot of issues with the screen. The screen's dying, like as you can see behind us here.
Look at that!
The screen is going nuts. There's a lot of issues with
they're just playing laser tag. They're just playing laser. That's all they're doing.
There are a lot of issues, both with the software end of it and also the the part with the actual hardware where there's dead pixels on it. And I think it was you that told me that Nintendo was telling a lot of people, "Oh, dead pixels? That's normal."
Just said that right now.
That's normal. So that's just like completely unacceptable. Any other tablet manufacturer out will tell you, "Oh, there's a dead pixel. Well, bring it in. We'll give you a new one."
Time limit. There's a time limit. Like there's a Dell and IBM have this policy that if you buy the monitor prior to like 2005, I believe, then they will not care. They will consider that to be a normal thing.
Well, obviously, yeah. There's a warranty period.
Replace it.
Yes, well, absolutely. I mean, there's always that warranty period because dead pixels
because
also.
Back then the technology, that's what they said. That's what it was. Dead pixels happen.
Yeah, but now Nintendo is correct on that though. It is common. It does happen, but it's common courtesy that most other vendors. No problem. Here you go.
No, it's not. It's not just a courtesy. It's a must. I see it because if they're gonna send you a product, it better work the way it's advertised.
Or they better replace it. Not give you that run around response like, "Hey, not a problem." So I mean,
it's a jerk move of Nintendo to do that. If it is true, I mean, I haven't seen myself personally anybody firsthand having this response from Nintendo. And it could be
isolated cases,
exactly. That's what I mean. It could be just somebody who's trying to make Nintendo look bad for whatever the reason.
What are we looking
also
here
the Joy-Cons. You see the Joy-Con controllers?
The grip controllers?
They have this extra peripheral, the grip. It slips on, it slides into the Joy-Con part.
Right.
And one's supposed to go on the left side, the other one's supposed to go on the right side.
Well, I see a screwdriver here. What's going on? What's happening?
What you're seeing is this kid, and not just this kid, but like thousands of people across the United States are slipping it into the wrong one because they're very badly designed.
Oh, there's not
because it easily slips into.
It's not like a one-way thing. It'll slide in and lock.
Yeah, it easily slides into either one, but it gets to a point where it's just stuck and it has no functionality.
So he was in there trying to like unwedge like little prongs that hold it in place.
So he was unwedging it with a little screwdriver. Was probably you run the risk of screwing that up, the controller. And a lot of people are having issues with not just this, but some of the software on it, games crashing, controllers not syncing properly with the rest of the console. Just completely dropping connection, which is just absurd at this point with the way technology is.
Wow.
And not only that, but there's also instances where, like you're seeing behind me here on the screen, there's a man that claimed, and he showed it. He backed it up with video footage that the cartridges were not being read by the console. So he's trying to play Legend of Zelda. And he inserts the cartridge, and it says, "Please insert the cartridge."
But it's
already inside of it.
This one's right here, a perfect example. He just took out the Breath of the Wild, which it wasn't working, and he's popping in one to switch.
So it's the Breath of the Wild cartridge. Basically.
I don't know if it's specifically just the cartridge or a combination of some units,
or the software is not well coded.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, when he slips in the cartridge, it pops up Breath of the Wild. He clicks on it, and then it asks him to insert the cartridge.
So I think that's like a software issue then.
Yeah. It seems like it, but it has
look at that screen flickering.
Many problems with the screen already.
Oh my god!
And it's just gonna be a matter of time probably before these things start blowing up. No, like the Note 7.
Like the Note 7.
The batteries.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it.
$300.
Nintendo has a tremendous reputation of having a rigorous quality assurance.
Do you remember
on their consoles, on their games?
Wii U, with the GameCube, with the Wii?
No.
To be honest, I never buy consoles at release. I think the only one I ever did was the PS2. So I can't really say if there was any issues. I never paid attention until like years later.
Here's the thing. Every console upon release, there's also always going to be that batch of units that have some sort of defect, right?
Yeah.
It's happened to everybody except Nintendo until now. And not only that, but it's always something minor, right? Like with a PlayStation, PS2, Xbox.
These are normal and should not be committed as a defect.
Jeez, that's terrible.
And that's on their official website.
That's horrible.
So on and so forth. And I mean, I'm telling you, Nintendo this time, it's like they were saving up all their non-screw-ups for this one console, for this release.
We've never messed up. We're okay. We allow it this
and
time.
It's
good.
very look at that. It's kind of flimsy. It's cheaply made.
Oh, God.
And they're charging you almost $100 for each controller for the Joy-Cons units, and also
the dock. Wasn't it like almost $150?
The dock? No, it wasn't that much for the dock. Or
it was pricey.
Oh, actually, no. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm thinking the dock for the Joy-Cons.
No. The actual dock that you put in your bedroom, in your living room.
I didn't know how much.
I don't remember the price on that.
If you want to get a second one,
everything was pretty pricey though.
Yeah, but everything's super cheap. So it just gives me kind of assurance that I made the right decision
in waiting.
In waiting, yes, I did go get it, as you could see in the video. But
he sold it.
No. Just
we will not say how much profit he made.
I will,
but he sold it.
It wasn't for much profit, but it just I couldn't keep it. Yeah. I just couldn't do it. It just.
I was telling these guys earlier that I went to Target yesterday, and they actually had two consoles. It was the one with the color grips, and then the regular version. Mm-hmm. And I stood there just looking at it, like, should I get it? Should I not? I mean, I was debating inside my head, kind of like Leo was, and I wanted one. I want to play Zelda. And yeah, you can argue that you can play on Wii U, but I want to play it on the actual system it was designed for. So I was in a trance, and then my little girl just snapped me out of it because she started crying. I'm like, all right, we're going.
We're done.
And so I didn't get it. But
no, daddy, no.
But what I'm saying with this is that don't rush, guys. Yeah. Don't try to pay $600, $700 for this console, especially if it's going to come with problems like this, because it's not going to be scarce. Like, you will actually be able to find one in stores. Just give it time.
I mean, for the most part, from what I've seen as far as the games that are coming out, this one was a major one, Breath of the Wild, because you've got a huge fan base. I was waiting for that game. But next to that, the next big game is Mario, right? Mario Odyssey?
Yeah. Because that doesn't come out until the holidays.
Yeah, holidays. So, I mean, from here till then, it's like, just wait.
Yeah. Okay, so this leads me to my list. And this is like my I'm holding. Let me show you. Nintendo. This part's for Nintendo. All you people watching at home, you keep watching, please. Please keep watching. Click like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please remember. But this is for Nintendo. Reggie Fils-Aimé, if you're watching.
Look at you.
This is my wallet. My wallet right here. I have credit cards. I have cash. I have a lot of good stuff in here. And this Nintendo console, it costs $300.
I wish I had a wallet.
$299.99
plus tax.
Plus tax.
Plus a game.
$60.
Plus peripherals.
$150.
Plus a lot more years worth of games that we all know I am gonna purchase. So,
yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money when you think about it.
It is a lot of money.
And for a product that it's not guaranteed to be free of defects.
Okay, so and this was even before all the defects, right? Let's say they get all the defects worked out, right?
Right.
Which they probably will within a matter of weeks or months or whatever. They're gonna work it out. I know Nintendo will, but there's a bigger thing, and I know Nintendo will eventually get to the point where they're gonna make these revisions that we touched upon earlier, and this is my ransom that I want. If you want what's in my wallet, I'm holding my wallet ransom right now, and if you want the contents of that wallet,
if you want that wallet to live,
if you want it to live in your ecosystem, Nintendo, and by the way, when I get a console, I spend probably a couple $1,000s on that console throughout its lifespan.
Right.
And so that's
why I bought a computer now.
That's what Nintendo is. That's what the stakes are here for Nintendo. And so let me tell you a few things that we want out of the revision. It's too late for this. You lost me, Nintendo. I'm not gonna buy this version of the Switch. If somebody gives it to me, fine. But I'm not gonna go out there and buy it myself.
So you're gonna wait for the Switch Point 2?
These are my demands, Nintendo.
Oh.
These are my demands.
Listen up.
Okay, number one.
Rick, let's forget about any sponsorship from Nintendo.
We should have
now.
like a massive zoom like right here.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're not getting anything from Nintendo anymore.
See you guys later.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm ruining it for you. But these are my demands, Nintendo. The charging port. You placed it on the bottom of the console. Why in the world? Let me borrow this for a second.
People are labeling that as a defect. It's not a defect.
This
it was
is
just
a tablet. This
poor
is a tablet
planning.
here. This tablet.
Just don't drop
Francisco
it,
here is watching Daddy's Game Time. So they decided to have the charging port here at the bottom here at the bottom. And one of their major selling points is that you're able to lay it down and tilt it in tabletop mode, right?
The little flimsy kickback.
So you can't be charging it while it's in tabletop mode.
Nope,
which is ridiculous. That's probably where a lot of people are gonna try and be charging their console as they're playing it in the seat of a car or in an airplane, on a train, on the bus. They're gonna set down the little tabletop and they're gonna set it there. And while it's they're gonna try and see if they can charge, but they won't be able to.
Well, the problem with
because
that though is
it's in the wrong spot.
Yeah, but the problem with that though is because you have to dock it, right? Where else are you going to charge it from? You're sitting it down, so the connector has to be towards the problem.
The dock charges that.
I'm sure they have ways of doing it. There's also wireless charging, Rick. We all know that.
Yeah, but that spends more money.
Which brings me to the next part of it.
He wants wireless.
Battery life right now.
It already has Wi-Fi. Might as well.
Battery life right now. It's okay. It's okay.
Martin!
It'll get me through a drive to LA.
Atari rules.
A drive to LA. But
while driving,
it'll
take.
It needs longer battery life.
Don't play and drive.
Minimum.
Don't Pokemon Go.
I would say minimum. Right now they say 3 hours on a single charge for playing Breath of the Wild. I would have to say minimum 3.5. Just give me like that extra 30 minutes of juice.
30 minutes.
But what would those extra 30 minutes?
No, I'm saying
though?
minimum. Ideally, I would want 4 hours.
Well, that should be your minimum. Why say some ridiculous minimum like 30 minutes when you're not really going to enjoy it?
You know they haggle. You know they haggle. You start up high and then you slowly come down.
I'm trying to be realistic here. I mean, ideally, I think 4 hours would be a sweet spot for this. Playing a full-fledged game like Breath of the Wild.
You're going to start seeing battery packs.
Hungry guys.
No, man, those battery packs, they're so far they've just been terrible, I guess.
It's a non-sponsor.
Non-sponsor.
No,
no affiliation.
Those battery packs, man. Have you heard about have you done any research on the battery packs?
Dude, I don't do nothing with Switch.
No, dude, they don't add very much life to you playing it. And the problem with it is that if you have one of these massive battery packs, I think that not all of them work with the Switch because it drains faster than what it actually charges. Not because it doesn't do any kind of fast charging, and which leads me to my next demand. Besides longer battery life, we have headphones. I mean, we have the
Four? I forgot
the USB port.
Yeah,
it's in the wrong spot.
1.
They should put it up over. Longer battery life is number 2.
2.
And it should have a quick charge feature.
3.
If let's say this, okay? Let's say this.
Let's say it.
If they can't meet demands number 1 or 2, at least do the quick charge feature, man. Have that console instead of it takes 3 hours to charge.
3 hours.
Yeah. Have it charge. Have it charge.
Okay, Leo. Let's back it up a bit
phone.
with that.
This is a Galaxy S7Edge.
Look.
It charges to full charge in 40 minutes.
Look at here, guy. Okay, so this is a console, Leo. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The portability is a bonus.
Francisco, you're drinking that Nintendo juice. Really, you are.
This is marketed as a console, not as a portable device.
That's why I'm saying you're drinking that Nintendo juice.
I can care less.
No matter how many times Nintendo tells you this is a console, this is the latest Nintendo home console. I'm Reggie Fils-Aimé. Believe me, this is the latest Nintendo. It's not. This is a portable console that happens to have a little dock adapter that allows you to see.
That's exactly the point.
Yeah.
I am not for this Switch console at all.
Yeah,
from the get-go, I have said no.
See, Rick sees it the way I see it.
But I agree with Pancho.
No,
you're gonna play it handheld. Yeah, okay, cool. Have fun with it. After an hour, after 2 hours, I gotta charge it. What am I gonna do? Stop playing?
No, you just
I'm
play
gonna
on your TV.
dock it, play it on my TV while it's charging. That's the intention of it.
Well, maybe
Well,
your intention.
My intention.
That's your intention.
Whoa. Whoa.
The way I'm looking at it, I'm going halfway around the world to see our fans in France.
Right.
I'm 17 hours. I'm going to India. I'm going to Brazil. I'm going to North Carolina.
I think this is the console.
I'm going across the country. I'm on a 5-hour flight across the country. I'm on a 17-hour flight to France.
You saw the commercial. You plug it in and you charge it as you're playing.
I'm on an 18-hour flight going to India to meet our Daddy's Game Time fans.
Going away from our hands, Rick.
This is the episode.
Nintendo can
this is the console that's going to ruin Daddy's Game Time right here. All this tension. No, Leo. No.
All Nintendo can do is tell me, you got 3 hours.
You got 3 hours?
That's it.
And you can't charge while you're on the airplane.
You need your TV to charge.
And if you are going to charge, from one of those little battery packs, because you're not charging directly from the wall outlet.
Right. You saw the commercials. You saw the commercials.
It's going to take you 5 hours to charge it from the battery pack. If the battery pack has juice to charge it 100%, which they don't. They don't make them yet.
Look.
That's what Nintendo's telling you. Nintendo, these are real ransom requests.
Nintendo's gonna start creating some other off the wall kind of products where they're gonna hook up like a pedometer that charges your tablet, the Switch tablet, while you're walking and playing.
And you know what, guys? You know the beauty of this is what the beauty is.
What is it?
The beauty of Nintendo and their history that they've shown us.
Go ahead.
In 1.5 years. They're going to release the new Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo Switch XL or Nintendo Switch Revision, whatever.
Nah, dude.
And it's going to have better battery life, a better screen.
It's the 2DS, just bigger.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's gonna have a lot of better advantages. But things that you say really don't matter, but it is gonna have them,
but that's how it works.
Plug me over there.
I'm sorry, my bad. What happens with Sony PS4, PS4 Pro? Mm-hmm. That's marketing. That's what they do. They didn't give you crap. They just gave you what needed to be done at that point.
That's true.
And then maybe this, they'll hear some concerns of some people and say, okay, hey, we'll give you fast charging. Maybe we'll give you, the port on the top that you're asking for. Not you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. This is gonna be fine. Happen. This will be fine for a lot of people, not for me. That's what I'm saying. This is not our.
These are Leo's demands.
These are not our demands. These are my personal demands, and I think a lot of people out there are probably gonna sympathize with it. They're gonna be kind of thinking about it too, in the same sense. I think, not everybody. So if you're not one of those people, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not saying you're wrong for doing that, Francisco.
You're wrong.
I'm not saying that at all. Okay. I'm just saying. But also, the joysticks, they're offset. If you look at the position of the joysticks, one's up here and one's down here. So when you're playing it, you see your thumbs. That's like not natural to have your thumbs like aligned. When you're playing it, you're going to be off balance. They should be more or less in the same spot.
Well, they did that.
And
because when you're playing games like 1-2 Switch and you're doing the two controllers.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I understand why they did that, but I also understand that.
Can't have your cake and eat it too, Leo.
I understand.
Something has to give.
I understand that.
No, but that's,
But if you look at the way it is set up, they could actually make it. They could engineer it that way if they really wanted to. It's not something to say
that's
where
standard. That's
you can't.
The Xbox control does that. They have the one joystick on top.
Yeah, but the
Xbox
Xbox control is a self-sustained unit. This is going to be a full-on, handheld unit where you're sustaining the weight of the whole console on your hands.
Have you weighed the Xbox controller? I think it probably weighs more than the Switch.
The Switch is actually significantly heavier than that. I did have it, and it's and a lot of people are reporting problems with it feeling unnatural in that state where you're just holding it one thumb up, one thumb down.
That's why you get the Pro controller.
I mean, all you have to do is just like look at it.
Dish out an extra $60.
And I'm just talking about in handheld mode. Obviously, Pro controller. That's going to be the best way to play it at home. But most people are not going to play it at home. They're going to want to take it with them. That's the whole sell.
You know what I see Nintendo doing? They're going to add an adapter that you put onto like where the grips are at. You put that and then you connect it to the Switch on the sides.
I believe.
And all it has is like an extra 2 to 3 inch kickstand so that it lifts it up higher, just so that you can plug in at the bottom.
That's one thing. A lot of people are complaining about the kickstand looking flimsy and breaking off, but no, actually, I like that because they design it in such a way so it does pop off, and you can just pop it back in. It clicks in, so it pops off by design. It's really clever of them. I have to give them kudos for that. I like that aspect.
He likes the kickstand, guys.
I like the kickstand, Nintendo. Keep that. Also, the Joy-Con grip needs better ergonomic design. I've seen a lot of people talking about how vertical it is when you're playing it. They should just tilt it maybe a little bit so your hands, your wrists are in a slightly more natural position. But of course, Nintendo already has that covered with the Pro controller. No, it's not a Pro controller. What are they calling it?
Yeah, Pro controller.
They are calling it the Pro controller again?
The Switch Pro controller?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay,
I think it is Pro. Right?
Cool. Well, I mean, that's the best. That's the way you should be playing anyway. But yeah, if I just think that's a bad design. If they would have just tilted that Joy-Con grip a little bit better, it would have been great. Esmeralda, what's up?
Yeah.
Another demand, Nintendo. The value, going. Man. The value. I think
it keeps going.
I think $300 plus tax and a game and a peripheral. We're looking at over $400 now. We're reaching Xbox One territory with this launch already in terms of pricing. They just disguise it by selling you the console only. For that price, it should come with a pack-in game with like mini games, like say 1-2 Switch, for example. It should come with a game if they're gonna charge you that much for it. Also,
they did give Wii Sports, something like that.
On the Wii.
Yeah, and that was great. I remember buying my original Nintendo.
Game was actually fun.
It was pretty fun.
I look at 1-2 Switch and I'm like, what the hell am I looking at?
From what I've heard, 1-2 Switch, most of the games are kind of trash, but it does have.
And the thing is that you have to pay money for that.
But and full
trash
price
money
too, full price for it.
I saw some of the games that I saw look kind of just awkward.
And they are. Let's be honest. They are awkward. They're lame. But there are a handful of games that are actually fun to play, like at a party with friends, with family, whatever.
Whatever.
But it's just a few
games
out of the whole set that it has. So that's something that should come.
I didn't think they really think through the gimmicky stuff of this console. They thought just like, just throw something in there and they'll buy it.
No, they should have done that. They should have just thrown it in along as a pack-in game because it shows off what a lot of the features of the Switch are.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people would have been into it, that way. So $300, throw in that pack-in game, Nintendo. Don't be cheap.
I see it as a free download game. Like you could just
download it.
Yeah, it should. Well, that's what I mean. It's the pack-in games nowadays. They're digital downloads anyway. The other thing.
The list continues.
Before the next ransom, true voice chat, Nintendo. You know what? Nintendo's voice chat solution.
Do that anymore?
Yes, they do. Lots of people do. Lots of gamers do.
Okay.
And you know what Nintendo is banking on?
What?
Nintendo says, you see those things you guys have?
Cell phones. Tablets.
We have an app.
We have an app.
Download our app, and while you're playing your little games on our Switch, use your phone so you can chat with your friends.
Ah, there you go. That works, right?
Not for Leo.
Francisco's drinking the juice again.
Nintendo. Nintendo, you're making me get red. Is it oily in here or is it just
It's an oily.
Nintendo?
You're getting
Come on,
furious.
man.
You're getting
Come on,
furious.
Nintendo.
Keep in mind, I think Leo out of the three of us is like the biggest Nintendo fan.
He is.
I am. I
is.
truly am. I love Nintendo. I still do. Despite all this stuff, it's like
He feels disappointed.
it's that uncle you grew up with that you love
The
because
drunk uncle.
because he was the cool uncle.
He'll give you your
He's the
domingo.
uncle that he'd get home.
Mijo, su domingo.
He'd get home on Thanksgiving, and he'd say hi to everybody, but he'd greet you on his knees with a big hug. He'd pull out his wallet. He's like, "Here's 30.
Big
Here's
old
50
fat
bucks.
wallet.
Here's 50 bucks. Here's 50 bucks, mijo. Go buy yourself whatever you want. Oh, but don't go running yet. Don't go running yet. I brought you some candy. I brought you some candy. That's what Nintendo was to me growing up. That's what Nintendo was. And now that uncle,
Look,
He
guy.
spent-
The
he
economy went bad.
the economy went bad. His business went down the drain. And this uncle, man, I'm telling you, it's like he's spending a little bit of that extra cash on the hooch, if you know what I mean. So now you see that uncle, you still run out. You're a full grown man now. You still run out to go say hi to him, but you just go out to help him stay on his feet and help him to get to the couch.
It's
And
not a
that's-
hug of love. It's like a duty. You know?
It's like a duty. Like, uncle, I love you, man, but can't be doing this, man. I'm not always gonna be here for you, uncle. Nintendo, I'm not always gonna be there for you if you keep doing stuff like this. You better shape up. We need to call Dr. Phil and do some sort of intervention. You know, cash me outside. How about that? How about that, Nintendo?
That went to an awkward extreme on Nintendo's side
Catch
right
me
there.
outside. I hate that girl, by the way.
Next, and my final ransom request from you, Nintendo.
Oh man,
Eighth
we're
eighth
still
ransom.
At it. We're still at it.
Number 8 on the list.
I think that's the show, Rick. What do you think?
I know. Oh, we got some more for you. We got some.
Oh my goodness. Nintendo. What year is it, Francisco?
It is 2017.
Can you remind me?
Leo.
Can you remind me? I have a time machine. I lose track of the years.
2017.
Nintendo.
Leo's frustration level was like blood is boiling. Right?
Drunk
I can
Uncle
feel the
Nintendo
heat.
here. 2017. There's this invention called Bluetooth. People use them for headphones, for controllers, other peripherals. Most gamers like having Bluetooth headphones or headsets to play their games, talk to their friends, do all that stuff,
Yep.
right?
Right.
Nintendo saying you don't need Bluetooth. You don't need Bluetooth headphones. You don't need that. You're good. You got your app on your phone. You don't need Bluetooth headphones to hear any of our
Well,
stuff.
you do Bluetooth to your phone, and then you use the phone app.
There
So-
you go.
So I'm just like, Nintendo, come on. I'm not gonna buy my kids
So
Bluetooth.
all of these demands come out on the Switch XL, the next model.
I'm telling you, man, if Nintendo does at least half of these things that are on the list, kudos to you guys. And I even gave you options. I told you don't have to do the first two if you do the third one. You only
Leo has spoken.
I think we should move on before Leo dies on us here.
Leo's gonna pass out if
Yes.
we don't switch gears and go to something else here.
All right,
So,
Rick, show me.
Nintendo, you got some work to do.
Show me, Rick.
What are we doing next?
You're talking about something or other about samurai or
Samurai what?
Yeah,
Samurai Jack.
yeah, this over here.
Dudes, I cannot believe you guys never
Dudes,
seen this.
I didn't care. Sorry.
Look, I'll be honest.
Hey ho, Captain Jack,
I don't
take me
think-
down to the rainbow track.
I don't think I saw the 4th episode. I'll be honest on that part. But this show was something different. It was a cartoon. I think it started off on Cartoon Network. This season is Adult Swim because obviously it's intended for a more grown audience.
All right.
But
cool.
the previous seasons, even though it was a kids show, it had the time travel aspect, the interdimension kind of deal to it. A real simple thing: samurai trying to defeat the evil, trying to return home, kind of deal.
Why does he have a gun?
This is the new season. That's what I'm saying. Whoa!
Whoa.
What the heck was that? Whoa.
Got my mixer back
my-
after my list here.
Oh, my gong off screen. Sorry, sorry guys. So the the previous seasons were very entertaining, and it was very full of action. It had awesome music. They would actually bump like techno and some kind of dance beats when what's going on over here? When he's fighting, when he's getting into a rumble.
Right.
And we're talking about like it's got the classic samurai and the sword slash, and you got the sparks and the swipe marks all over the screen as he's battling Haku, the bad guy. Okay. He was voiced by I forget his name.
Okay, but the point is, Rick, why are we talking about this?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, kind of. It just bring back some memories. Season 5 is coming out March 17th, like in 2 weeks.
Okay, all right.
Coming out on Adult Swim. For a lot of fans out there, I know that they have been waiting for this because it kind of just ended, and so this is kind of like the continuation. Right, so this is kind of like, I think it says like 50 years in the future kind of deal.
Okay, all right.
And so this is kind of like, here you go.
All right.
So I can't wait.
You can't wait.
Do it.
Go.
Do it.
Do it now.
All right.
So that's cool. That's cool.
What do we got next?
Up next, we have something from Disney.
Trailer.
A little something old, a little something new, a little something with a lot of Daft Punk in it, which is always good.
Oh, yes.
We got a little something Tron action up in here.
So there's talks that it's going to be a third movie, but I want to ask you guys, do we want a third Tron movie?
I'll be honest, I didn't know that there was a second.
Oh my god!
Oh wait!
The latest movie.
That was okay.
That was
second.
Switch
the show off.
Right.
Switch it off. We're done.
Oh, I was
we lost
thinking.
credibility.
I was thinking the new one. I was thinking the new one. Yes. Okay. The original. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. What?
Shut up.
So,
okay, so yeah, the first one came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
And we had this like a weird animation, computer graphics. They were insane. So you watch it now, it doesn't really hold up that well. So they did this one, which is Tron Legacy, which is a sequel to that movie. And of course, we have better computer graphics, better CG. And they even made Jeff Bridges look younger.
Dude.
Although that, oh God. Although that CGI wasn't that great.
By nowadays, but back then it was kind of like, wow. Whoa.
Yeah, it was
interesting.
It was cutting edge, I guess.
Yeah, if I squinted a lot, I could hardly tell.
Like, exactly. Remember Terminator? What was it?
If I pepper sprayed my eyes
Genesis.
and then squinted, I could hardly tell it was.
Was it Genesis? No, the one with Christian Bale.
Oh, Salvation, right?
Salvation. When Schwarzenegger came out, all CG and all young.
Yeah, and it was a trip out.
That was pretty intense.
The thing about that one though, it was all a lot of wide shots. It was no close-ups.
Right.
For the most part.
True.
Yeah.
So I think that's the key with human CG. They need to do it like from far away so that people can't really tell too
well. A little character like this far.
Yeah, exactly. Like right there, you could see it in the background. You could tell right away.
I'll be honest,
who's real and who's not.
I'll watch it.
Yeah,
because it's interesting, but not that it like
was really good.
I need to have another Tron movie.
Will watch it because
it's Tron.
This last Tron film had Daft Punk doing the soundtrack for it, and this one I'm pretty sure it's gonna have, if not Daft Punk themselves, they're gonna have something similar. And I just loved watching the film just for the soundtrack alone. It's one of the best soundtracks in film history, in movie history.
I'll watch. So yeah, it's a yay for me. And then we have news that Mr. Ryan Reynolds did a teaser for us about Deadpool 2.
I don't know if we can show it though, guys.
Dose.
It's kind of not safe for work standard.
So
what you talking about, Willis?
If you're younger than 18, don't watch.
Cover it up. Just cover it
up. We'll do our best. Cover
it up.
I think right here is where the spot's gonna be. No, well, I mean, it doesn't give you much about the.
I haven't seen it, guys. So
you haven't seen it?
No.
Me neither.
It doesn't tell you much about the movie itself. It's just kind of showing the character. It's gonna happen, right?
Walk us through this preview here. For the people at home and for us too, since we haven't seen it.
So
what's going on here? No.
Oh, cool.
Wade Wilson.
Well, you'll see. He's walking down the street. He sees a robbery going in progress, and it clicks. I gotta help him, and cuss words. And
Logan.
So what does he do? He runs to a phone booth. In the phone booth, when you hear the music, it's the Batman. Superman. That little jam.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Marvel was able to use that in this.
They probably just paid for it.
Yeah.
And it's not Marvel either.
Fox. Mm-hmm.
But it's a Marvel
character.
Yeah.
Using a DC character's music.
Right.
But anyways, So he's in here, cover.
Oh,
So
I think what you were worried about.
Almost. Okay, I think that's about good.
Full nude
So-
on that one.
Well, it was stained glass. You can't really see it in detail, but yeah, it's still. Anyways, so obviously he's in there. In the background, you hear the robbery still going on in progress. The old guy's like, help. He's like screaming, and the other guy's like, shut up, blah, blah, blah.
Still dressing.
And this guy is over here like trying to fit into his suit and I forget who he calls. He calls someone like just some random dude, and then you'll see what happens here in a bit. So I thought it was funny. Nothing to do with part 2. No clues as to what's coming, other than maybe giving us the little insight that maybe he's now a good guy or doing superhero
stuff.
work, right? But other than that, and of course Stan Lee. Then he just tells him shut up, and it's funny. I liked it. I liked it. It's one of those kind of like just kind of get your appetite wet kind of thing,
right.
Kind of craving some more, and as you'll see,
he's dead.
Wait for it. And he's talking, obviously.
I love how they're continuing with the same costume that he wears.
Yeah, it was an awesome costume.
I think it's fantastic.
It was. I enjoy it. And I love the CG of the eyes, the expression, everything that they do with it.
So he just sits down next to the body.
That's the great thing about rated R films is you don't have to worry about selling a new toy to the little kids.
They already know.
The little kids is us. We're adult little kids watching these films. Whereas with the Avenger films and other superheroes as well, you got to change up the costume so that the kid buys the new toy.
Yeah,
so
true.
I mean, I get that. But this is cool. They're continuing the continuity as far as his costume goes.
All right, so Deadpool, something to look for.
So on a side note, there was news about who was going to be Cable.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan is on the run, as well as the sheriff from Stranger
Nottingham.
Things.
Oh,
he's on there too?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He doesn't seem like
he's in the short list.
Tough guy type.
I know.
So,
I mean, he is half cyborg, so I mean, a lot of it's going to be prosthetics and makeup, and so he's going to look tough because of it.
But what we have to look forward to is that Cable is going to be in it.
Cable.
That's cool.
So,
for those of you that don't know, Cable
X-Men.
is from the future. He is an X-Man. And so that just brings that whole possibility of
that marble and
time traveling.
Yeah.
So
and we also have the new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer coming up here.
So this isn't new. We already knew about this, but this is a more extended trailer,
Yes.
I think. This is the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I got to say, though, is I think they're using Baby Groot more as a
Toddler Groot.
Yeah. He's not going to really have... Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he will. Maybe he'll grow up at the end or something. But
He probably will, because we're getting closer to Infinity War. And if we're going to have the teams get together with the Avengers, can you imagine Groot and the Hulk teaming up? I mean, that would be so nuts.
Right.
So, yeah, I think he's going to grow up eventually in time. But what this trailer revealed to us is the father of Star-Lord.
That'll be at the very end. But I like it because it shows a lot of the character, just the humor of the characters.
Two new
the action.
Guardians.
Yondu and
that chick.
Mantis.
And maybe, what's her name? Nebula. She might be part of the team too.
Well,
we don't know yet.
I think so. I think they're implying yes, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she has a big role.
Yeah, and she wants to get back at Thanos. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's what
there she
saying.
is, Nebula.
Well, that's cool. I mean, the biggest thing that I want to see out of the Guardians of the Galaxy too, obviously, is Howard the Duck.
But
which would be cool if they show him, right? I mean, if he...
Yeah, it would be cool if they show him. I want to see him be a bigger part of it, because I know that he gets so much hate as far as having that movie that made of Howard the Duck in the 80s.
He does know Quack Fu.
But I love that film. Even till this day, as cheesy and raunchy as that film is,
there's that.
I think that's one of the greatest films that I saw during my childhood, and I love that film. It's a great film. It's a
I
fun
haven't
film.
seen it in quite a while, but I remember it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So what do you got next?
Coming up, some alien action. We got Michael Fassbender back here. Francisco, what else can you tell us about this?
Alien Covenant. Dude.
Now, is this a direct sequel that's connected to
Prometheus?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's a prequel to the Alien movies that we know.
But is this supposed to be Prometheus 2?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
So, but watching this trailer, I saw it last week sometime, and this is everything Prometheus should have been. I mean, Prometheus
was a great film, in my opinion.
It set the mood to the alien thing, because we didn't know anything about Prometheus. They didn't even said anything about the alien until the very end.
Well, remember?
Yeah. Well,
and I think they replaced that sound with some other catchy like sound or something. I don't know. I can't remember, but
so it's kind of cool to have that review at the spaceship, the half circle thing. When we saw that, we were like, "Oh my God, alien!"
Yeah.
And then you saw the architect, whatever the alien dude, giant-looking guy, and it's like, "Yeah, this is definitely connected to alien."
Yeah.
But this is telling us this is an alien movie. So we see the little eggs and hatching, and then they go into your mouth and whatever, and then the dude comes and tries to kill you. Yeah, it's pretty
That's cool.
But
Aliens is definitely one of those film franchises that I enjoyed growing up.
Oh, yeah,
it wasn't my favorite. My favorite was Predator, but this was a close second.
it was definitely enjoyable.
Yeah, it was really cool. It brought a different dynamic to the horror suspense genre.
Is there
sci-fi?
Is there
it
any
had a sci-fi twist on it?
Is there any insight as to is this supposed to be after all the other Alien movies?
No, they're
or
prequels.
So this is supposed to be before any of that,
Right.
after Prometheus.
Sigourney Weaver's not even there yet. She's still a little girl back in Earth.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to this film and
May, right?
Hopefully we'll get it sooner than later.
I think it's May.
I can't remember,
Alien
but
Covenant.
I think you are right.
So that's cool.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. A lot of good things coming here soon. A lot of hate for the Nintendo Switch so far, but Nintendo, I love you.
Bye, Leo.
A lot.
Nintendo, anytime.
Disclaimer, Leo's only.
Anytime you want to
hater
come
here.
over,
He loves and
I'll
hates
carry you to the couch and let you sleep there and give you good talking to, because I want to see you succeed in life. I want to see you.
Uncle Nintendo with his shenanigans.
We should
Uncle
make a
Nintendo.
shirt about that, Leo.
Uncle Nintendo.
Uncle Nintendo.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, he's like the cool uncle. Now he's...
Before and after.
Let me tell you about the Switch. So yeah, man. Little interesting tidbit of news. I've been playing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right.
The number one game on the sales charts.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Breath of the Wild. It's fantastic. Go play it. If you have a PlayStation 4,
Don't buy it.
go buy it. This game is worth, and this is going to be a shocker, because you guys know I always wait for that sale price.
Yeah.
And
You
you
guys-
bought it day one.
I bought it. I've not just bought it. I
Pre-ordered it.
Pre-ordered it. Reserved it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth every penny.
See,
Go
Backlog.
get this game.
The amazing part
play it.
about that.
It's a great game.
The amazing part about that is that all your backlog logic has been thrown out the window.
Yeah.
What
It
was
has.
my backlog?
You
logic?
have
I
this-
didn't know I had any.
You
You-
buy
you-
brand new games
you
and put
have-
them in the bag.
You have this huge
Oh, no.
list of games that you're compiling that you haven't
Oh no!
played.
There every once
You
in a while.
pay not full price and eventually get it later on.
Eventually.
You just cutsies.
Oh yeah.
Cutscenes.
There's
And
there's certain
sometimes he
games.
sells them and not even play them.
There's certain games that need cutsies. This is one of them. The Last of
Back
Us.
cutsies.
The Last
Back
of Us. The Last of Us was a cutsies game. Grand Theft Auto 5. What's a cutsies game? So it's just those once in a generation type of games that I allow cutsies for, just like I did with Breath of the Wild. But sorry, Breath of the Wild, you're kind of in the back burner right now until I get through some more of that Horizon Zero Dawn action. But it's waiting there. I got it. I got it. It's still in this.
I want to see some
packaging.
more. I want
Yeah.
to see some more Metroid and some more Mega Man. That's what I
And,
want to see.
Breath of the Wild, man. It finally came out. It's been reviewed by anybody who's anybody.
And they all love it, Leo.
And everybody loves it. Except that Corn Shack Games guy. He says he hated the game.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Which is, but he said it's not because he hates the game. He hates the genre of the game.
Oh, okay.
So
So it's me like
he did
reviewing a first-person shooter.
right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's what he said in his video, which is I kind of like most of the reviews that they do on that channel. But I respect that he did that. He said, I'm not gonna review the game because even though I'm a Zelda fan, this is too far away from the Zeldas that I know from the past, and it's not my genre that I enjoy.
Wow.
So if I were to score the game, it wouldn't be fair to the game because it's not my genre that
Fair
I enjoy.
enough.
So that's pretty fair. I thought that was pretty cool of the guy to actually come out and say that. But other than that, everybody else is giving it 10s.
Well,
9s, 10s, and
Cool.
I have yet to see a single reviewer that gives it anything less. So that's a great game as well. I'm gonna be jumping back and forth, I'm sure, between that and Horizon Zero Dawn.
you're just playing it like split screen, one hand on one controller. Like,
I hope the people at home appreciate that I didn't say switching back and forth.
I think they would have appreciated more if you did.
Drunk Uncle, please fix some of these things. Thank you very much. We love you, Nintendo.
Leo's demands have been said. It's up to you now if you want his wallet to survive.
Reggie Fils-Aimé,
Ball is in your court.
next time, please send us a copy, please, of your system.
After that,
We-
dude, we're not getting
If
anything.
He's got like the ultimate edition. Like
We
no
will-
flaws.
we will give an honest review, but a very positive review. Yeah, because anything that's free is a 10 for me.
That is true. That is true.
Oh man. No, I'm just kidding about that. But yeah, send
But
us
yeah,
free,
send
send
us
us free Nintendos.
Well, I'll accept it.
Anything else, guys? Anything else
Wrap
that
it
happened
up.
this week?
No, I think you let out your Nintendo Steam. You
We're
vented.
good.
Steam Link? What?
We lost a lot of viewers in the process. So,
any potential partnership that we had with Nintendo is out the window,
It's
but it's
gone.
all right.
That's off the table now, guys.
That's all right.
That's off the table. Alrighty then.
so we're in Twitch, we're in Facebook, Instagram, all the stuff.
All keywords, Daddy's Game Time.
Oh, Gia. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Daddy's Game Time Live. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All that keyword Daddy's Game Time. You can also check check our merchandise out on our website, daddysgametime.com/merchandise. That's right. Okay, I got to cut it off there because of the copyright claims.
That was kind of like a Mel Brooks kind of a Spaceballs commercial advertisement right there. Merchandise.
Merchandise.
Oh, there you go.
Merchandise.
With yogurt.
Yeah, man. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. Until next time, I'm Leo with
Rick
and
Francisco.
enjoy your games and love your families. Ciao, toodaloo. Till next time. Woo woo.
Woo, woo.